What do you think that this car would be worth?
It hurts to say it, but at least.
Yeah, sir. That new Tiguan, my boy. That new Tiguan, my boy. Hey, yo. That's the. He said it's not a Z.
Not my Z.
Oh my god. Damn, dude. This, like, honestly, bro, this is the type of engine that just needs to be on a stand. Like, it don't even belong in there, for real. It looks out of place right there. It looks better right here.
Just make it a table. Who cares?
Bro, make it a table, bro. Yeah. For real, like, you know, what's the point spending all that money, like, you know, to put in there, to drive it, put gas in, like, bro, yeah, it's gonna get dirty, you know, just leave it right here, you know, dust it off, keep the tape on there, and then, you know, you're good to go. All jokes aside, bro, this is so baller. I couldn't even tell you what goes into this, but dang, fool, you could, like, lick it if you wanted to. Watch, let me show you. You guys remember this car from the last video. This is my boy's car, sick ass S13 with the SR. But I had to come all the way back out here because I want this guy to tell you what's done to the SR, man. But that being said, give me the straight rundown on what is done to this thing, bro.
So of course, thing just started off as a, you know, stock SR. Ran it for a few years, ended up spinning a bearing in it, so then I just went basically full send out. I'm gonna be running CP, 87mm piston, Manly turbo tough rods, Mosworks billet oil girdle. I mean, I went as far into depth as you possibly could without going billet block or, you know, etc. and stuff like that. Pretty much we're running the Mosworks full-on turbo kit. So this is their turbo manifold. It's the G series 25660 Mosworks downpipe. Got tons of other Mosworks bits in here, from the valve cover hardware to the timing chain tensioner and Mosworks intake manifold, Mosworks valve cover hardware. We also got the Mosworks oil block for the remote oil filter and oil cooler.
So for trans, what trans are you running? They saw the trans in the last video, but I don't know if they know what it is.
So this is the CD09. It's got the GK Tech you know, shifter adapter, which I'm probably going to switch over to the Serial 9, and then the adapter itself is from Mosworks as well.
And then what clutch are you running?
Clutch, I'm going to be running the Clutch Masters FX 850, the twin disc.
How much power are you looking to put down in this thing, dude?
Looking to put, you know, high 500s, low 6s. Should do it no problem. I mean, we got, you know, R35 coil packs. We're going to be running 1300cc injectors. The only thing that's going to be restricting is just going to be the turbo itself, just because it is the new G Series 660. But I'm hoping to take it to its, you know, limits. As far as pistons and rods, I'm running the CP. They're pretty much the off-the-shelf pistons. Got these Gerbonis right there. For rods, I'm running the Manly Turbo Tough rods. So pretty much the reason why also all the parts aren't in the motor yet is because I am taking the motor to the shop next week. I wanted everything just to be on it in the car so I can have everything mocked up. So once everything's built and done, all I have to do is drop it in one time. So while the motor's gone, I'm gonna be painting the engine bay, painting the inside of the car, and then when it comes back, should just be full send from there. As far as everything else, I mean, I'm running Mosworks main stud kit, the head studs, the billet main caps, Mosworks billet oil girdle, and then we are gonna be running the Dart and Dry sleeves. I'm gonna be running the Haltech Elite 1500. Very expensive piece, but definitely well worth the money. And then of course having, you know, Andrew at Animal Auto tune it is also a very big plus.
And then I see inside, we got something up here that don't like a stock 240 dash.
Yeah, definitely not. You know, we're running the Haltech IC7 as well. You know, I wanted to keep gauges and pretty much everything minimal in the car. I just want to see what's in front of me. That's a no-brainer.
Conveniently enough, we have the engine out right now, but as far as cooling, I see you have the Koyo Rad, right?
Yeah, we're running the Koyo Rad, and then I went ahead and got the Spal fans. Got a really high CFM, so they'll, you know, keep it very cool. Got the Koru Works, you know, radiator brackets. As far as on the motor, we got the Yoshio Factory water pump pulley, so that is oversized. Actually helps slow the water down at high RPM so that you don't get the bubbling, and, you know, you get air pockets in while, you know, you're just basically when you're pinging limiter. So
that's hella sick. And then what type of catch can is this? I've actually never seen that before.
So that's a True Focus fabrication catch can. Funny enough, I actually, you know, Googled 180SX catch can because I wanted something that would work for a right-hand drive application, and this was the first one that popped up, and I fell in love with it immediately just because of where it mounts. You know, it's really out the way and actually mounts to the strut tower, so it keeps it nice and clean. They did a really great job on that piece. All
right, so as far as wiring, bro, this guy is actually crazy. Let me show you what he's done. So I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh yeah, by the way, there's no fuse box in here. Obviously right now everything's out. Yeah, you can just give him the rundown. Like what is this that you've created, bro?
So this is the ARC 8000D. So it comes with both of these together. I've seen a lot of people implement these into their race cars and just have, you know, bare bones, very simple, which I've done something similar to, but I actually went ahead and made my own, you know, chassis harness, and I ran this to power the factory switches so that everything works off the factory switches versus having to reach over and hit, you know, like the actual switch panel and stuff like that. So everything that you see right here is, you know, the first time I had wired it. I've actually redone this wiring maybe 3-4 times, and I'm about to do it.
We don't have any hands in here.
Yeah, like I'm about to do it again, you know, for the final revision. You know, because this isn't my cleanest work, but this was, you know, to get it to work, to make sure that everything goes to where it needs to go and functions the way it needs to function. Yeah, I mean, that was a mess. Took me a long time to figure it out. Funny thing is, I actually called a shop, and I didn't want to deal with the wiring for the car. Now, after converting my car to right-hand drive, I didn't realize that you had to mirror the harness, and it was a nightmare. So I called a shop. Won't say who, but you know, they told me that it was gonna be like $3 grand, you know, to do all of this. And yeah, that's, you know, it's worth the money for sure when, you know, when you're paying a shop to do the work. But I was like, $3,000, I'll figure it out myself. Dude told me good luck and hung up on me. Here it is, I did it in your face, bro.
And I would show you guys everything, but unfortunately, obviously his harness is right there, everything is out. He also has a cool party mode, which I'm gonna try to find some footage and throw it in here for you guys so you can kind of check out what this car can actually do at night. Just know this car is just, it's crazy, bro. Like the amount of detail that he's went into, like it's just ridiculous. And we didn't even talk about, so yeah, this car is right-hand drive, obviously. When he bought it, the steering wheel was over there, so he actually did everything himself right here in this garage. So that's super sick. That's crazy. Like I literally don't have anybody else that I know that could do something like to this extent. So this car is amazing, dog. You did
Thanks,
good.
bro.
So as far as wheels goes, are these what you're gonna be running? I mean, let me know. Give me the story on these too. These are sick, by the way.
Thanks, man. Yeah, these were, you know, of course, like everybody else, I was gonna go and try and get, you know, Workmeisters. Bro, them things are so expensive, and these actually popped up, and I found them for $1,200.
What?
Yeah.
$1,200.
So work equips. What? You know, the old ones. Yeah, so I picked them up. Obviously, I'm gonna get them, you know, refinished and everything. Probably gonna go to 3-piece, have them do their magic. You know, right now they're actually reverse lipped, so that's not how they're gonna look exactly. But I'm gonna get new lips, new barrels. Hardware is gonna be 24 karat gold. I'm actually taking the center caps, and I'm gonna go and get those rose gold plated. And then, you know, Part Shop Max lug nut. Should be a pretty fire combo, you know, once the car is all painted up and everything.
As far as reverse lips, like for somebody who's like not into wheels or just like even like 3-piece wheels, like what does that mean essentially? Like
so,
break that down.
Pretty much the offset was whack. Ended up, you know, making the lip, the barrel, and then the barrel, the lips. Like literally, you know, when you unbolt the wheels, you just flip them that way. Yeah. I also did that just for, you know, like fitment wise, just to see if they'd even fit. I mean, this is a really wide fender. It's a 75 mil fender. So
I mean, you can kind of get an idea. Obviously the wheel's a little turned, but like just look at that, bro.
Yeah, it's not bad. And then also too, my suspension, I haven't even gotten alignment, so not everything's actually pushed out the way that it's gonna be. I am gonna extend the control arm a little bit more out and it actually sit more flush to here. Still have to shave and trim, that way I don't blow them out on one bump. That's pretty much the setup that I'm gonna be running.
I think in the last video they got a pretty good glance as far as like suspension goes, but you know, as far as like, you know, coilovers, angle kit, brakes, you know, anything like that, just give them the full rundown as far as like all that down there.
The rundown's pretty straightforward. It's literally PBM everything, you know. Part Shop Max, they're local here, they make impeccable parts. I think they even have a warranty on some of the stuff, so I mean, it's great. So we're running pretty much their standard front angle kit with the lower control arm and tension rod built in. Running their coilovers, I'm running their inner and outer tie rods, running their sway bar, their power brace, and then everything in the back is also PBM except for the rear lower control arms. I am going to be running like an OEM style, perhaps maybe Nismo, just because you don't need adjustment, you know, top and bottom. It's kind of going to throw off your alignment a little bit. But aside from that, we're running their drop knuckle in the back. I have their limit brake. I can't even remember what it's called right now. It's the dynamic toe control. You know?
Oh, okay.
So basically, it's the toe arm's integrated into the knuckle, and it has like these little adjustment anchors, and then you can set it to where, you know, your camber and your toe doesn't change on rebound and compression. So. And
then I saw something in the bag. I think they got a glimpse of that earlier. Is there a little fuel cell back there?
Yeah,
let's go.
So yeah, man, that was a very expensive piece. I actually had to buy it in a bunch of pieces, and the last bits of it came in. So I'm running the Radium, the FCST, the fuel cell surge tank. It's got 3 pumps, so 2 surge tank pumps, 1 lift pump, all by Walbro. And then I'm running the ATL fuel cell and the ATL bladder as well. Man, it came out great. Radium killed it. They make great product. Can't say anything less or more.
Yeah, bro, that looks so sick. And as far as cage, I don't know anything about cages, like 6-point, all that stuff. So do you know anything as far as specs about the cage that you can fill them in on, or?
Pretty much I just wanted it by the FD rulebook. I never wanted to be limited into what class I can run with this car. Not saying that I'm going to be an FD driver, but the option, you know, is there. I just probably have to throw in an LS or a more high horsepower SR20 to, you know, to compete with those guys. But
bro, that's so sick. And then as far as hood too, I know I wanted one for my 240 when I had one. I think it's D-Max, right? Or is it D-Max style?
Yeah, no, this is actually the D-Max hood. The whole kit aside from the front and rear fenders are D-Max. The front and rear fenders are Origin Type 4s. Front bumper, side skirts, rear bumper, roof wing, and the hood are all D-Max.
This is so sick. So as far as like breakdown, I know we kind of went over a lot, and I know there's stuff missing, obviously. Like we have, you know, the engine, all the parts and stuff like that. But if you could give them some type of breakdown as far as like how much money you think you spent, you know, potentially, I don't know, maybe just even on the engine or as a car as a whole, like what do you think that this car would be worth?
I mean, it really hurts to say it, but at least 2 years income of like a really solid, you know, paying job. If I could just say it right off the bat, I probably am in maybe 50,000 at least, you know, parts, labor, and that's not even including like my time itself.
Yeah.
You know, it depends on how you value your time, but I've done every single thing that I could within my own limitations of working on the car myself. You know, of course, I'm not an insane fabricator, you know, like Serge over at Fab Daily. You know, he's amazing, but I did everything else that I could as far as just everything. It's been a lot, dude. I couldn't even tell you where I started from.
Nah, bro, it's so sick. And honestly, you guys can already see, like, bro, he's put so much time and money. He's been building this car for such a long time. So with that being said, I'm definitely gonna drop his @ right here. Go ahead and follow him. Stay tuned. Like, this car's not going anywhere. Once it's done, you'll see this so much more on the channel. Drifting around.
6 weeks. Hopefully.
Yeah, we have a little time crunch, or he has a time crunch, I'll say. But yeah, dude, I'm so excited and so stoked for him, man. And honestly, bro, if y'all can give him a follow, man. He doesn't post too much. I'm trying to get him to post more. But yeah, once it's running, I know he'll be a lot more motivated to post and stuff like that. But I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of a breakdown of the car, because like, bro, like, look at his car, his garage. Like, this is goals, bro, for not even for me, but just like everybody, dude. Like, this is so sick. So, bro, shout out to you, man. You killed it with this car, and I can't wait for the content.
Who is it?
Oh, it's probably your girl.
Oh, is it?
It's probably...
Oh, shit. It must be not Marco.
No, it's me.
Why me? When am I going at first? Right now?
Yeah, go.
Today?
Yeah, now. Go.
All right.
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. All right, ready, everybody? Let's go this way.
Okay.
Oh my God, dog, yes, sir.
You hold it, my guy.
I got you.
There you go. That's your cake.
There it is.
Man, that's the birthday boy.
Happy birthday to you.
Cha cha cha.
Dear John. Happy birthday to you.
Here we go. Awesome. Thank you, everybody.
With that being said, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned, bro. We're out.
I thought they were like exposed, and then I opened them and I'm all,